Welcome to Rise and Shine Daily Business Tech Boost with me, Charly Leetham. If you're a small business owner looking to simplify technology and get real, actionable advice from someone with 35 years of IT experience, you're in the right place. Every episode, I'll dive into tools and systems like email, CRM, marketing and tracking, and break them down into bite-sized tips you can use right away. Your time is valuable, so let's get straight to the point. It's time to work smarter, not harder. Rise and shine. It's your daily dose of business tech inspiration with me, Charly Leetham. Episode number 465. Not a tutorial today, more of a discussion, but something that I think is worthwhile sharing with people and reminding people. I got an email recently from my registrar for one of my customers who have changed their ABN for their business. They've gone from being a sole trader to a proprietary limited company, and they've got a new ABN and everything's different for them. And they cancelled their ABN. Now, that is fine. That's a normal thing. Now, for my American listeners, an ABN is an Australian, my international listeners, ABN is an Australian business number. It is the identifier under which it's the unique identifier that the government uses for our businesses. You can't register a .com.au or a .au domain without, a .com.au domain without having an ABN. You need the ABN to be able to register a .com.au. So what happened for my poor client was they cancelled their ABN, and then within days they got this message from AUDA, which is the regulator for domains here in Australia, saying, hey, your domain is registered under a cancelled ABN. We need the new details, or we're going to suspend and then potentially cancel your domain registration. Now, fortunately, they were really good about it. They waited forever for us to get them the information. But what we had to do was go back to them and say, yep, here's the new ABN. And then because it was a proprietary limited company, they said, well, we now need the extract from your PTL, from your company, that shows who your directors are. And we had to go and get that and send that through to them. That took a little while because they had their own process that they had to go through internally, and then they had to get it to me, and then I had to get it to the registrar, who had to get it to AUDA. It all got done, no problems at all. But it's worthwhile mentioning that if you're going to make changes to your business structure and you are changing your ABN, not only do you need to think about updating all of your bank accounts and loans and all of the things that outside of your web stuff that you have to do with your ABN, you also need to think about where you've got your ABN registered for your online presence. Your domain name is one, and I'm going to say it's absolutely critical that you remember to update the ABN on on your domains so that you don't lose them. I was fortunate because I was pretty much on it. I saw the email come through on behalf of my client. I got up onto my client and said, you've been sent this email. This is the information we need. This is what we need to do with it. And then I had to remind them to give it to me. I have heard recently of someone whose domain was suspended. That it didn't get cancelled, but it got suspended because they'd ignored the email. They didn't know what it meant. They didn't understand it, and it got suspended. Oh, I think maybe even they missed it because it went into their inbox and they missed it. So be aware of that. Put it on your checklist of things that when changes happen to my business, I need to make sure that my domain name is updated. Now, I guess some of the other things that we can talk about there, it's not just your ABN. That's something that may never happen. In fact, it rarely ever happens. It's not a common occurrence. But other things that do change are the contacts on your domain. So your registrant details will always be you, but your admin, but if your registrant changes, if you sell your business, you need to transfer that domain to someone else and go through the registrant transfer. You might want to change the registrant name on it because you don't want your name associated with it anymore. You want to put a business partner or someone on there. So yeah, you need to update your registrant details. You also need to make sure you keep your admin, your technical contact, and your billing contacts up to date on your domain name. Your registrant email, if that change, a lot of people change their email addresses. If that changes, you must make sure you update it on your domain name. That is the email that you will use to be able to get your passwords for the domain name, to be able to manage your domain name. If something goes wrong and you need to get in to manage it, they're going to say, oh, well, we'll send you confirmation to the email that's on your registrant email. If you don't have access to that because you've changed your email address and deleted the old account, you're going to lose access to your domain name. So make sure that not only is it your ABN, but if you're making changes to your business in general, make sure that you go back through your domain names, your hosting accounts, anything associated with your online presence, and you have updated it with all the new information. What do you guys think? Have you had that problem? I know that I had to go and change email addresses, and I change my address quite regularly, actually, my physical address quite regularly, actually. And I don't mean like every 3 weeks or so, but it's every year lately. It's been a different address. And I forget to go and do those updates, but I have to do them. I've got to remember to do them so that I keep my information as, well, current. It's important. So what do you guys think? Have you been caught? Have you forgotten? Have I prompted something that you need to go and look at? What's been your experience? Please let me know in the comments or come across to my locals community, askcharlyleetham.locals.com. I would love to have you as a guest over there. If this video has been useful to you, please remember to give it a like. I would totally appreciate that. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so you find out when I drop more content. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Hey there, thanks so much for tuning in to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost. I hope today's episode gave you some actionable insights that will make your business tech work smarter for you. If you found value, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with other small business owners who could use a daily boost. For more tips, tools, and resources, visit www.askcharlyleetham.com. Until next time, keep rising, keep shining, and let's make tech simple together.